This is Ecclesiastes 9:4. For him to that for to him that is joined to all the living, there is hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash, double honor city apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, pushing this word with true sincerity, with charity. Presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice. We who are ready to live salute you. So I just want to go into this lesson, all right? And we are, a living dog, as Scripture says. In the book of Revelations, it says, how it talks about how we were dead bodies in the streets, meaning we were in a dead state. But it said great fear fell upon them that saw them when we stood up on our feet. All right, we're standing on our feet, and great fear is falling upon these people, man. All right, mainly the elites, All right, because we're that living dog. All right, and when you go into the word dog, it's a Hebrew word kalab. All right, it's where you get the name Caleb from. All right, one of the attributes of dogs is to be faithful. All right, okay. I believe it's a scripture that says unto that effect. Let the Lord's prophets remain faithful, something to that effect. All right. They got a term in the army, semper fi. I believe that's Greek or Latin. I believe it's Latin. Correct me if I'm wrong. For always faithful. All right. And as his prophets will be found faithful. All right. But we are those dogs. We are those dogs, and we're barking. Okay. And we're exposing the wicked, as the scripture says, who will raise up for me against the evildoers, man. All right. Now, I want to go into this movie, The Wizard of Oz. It's an old movie, was a childhood favorite of mine, me being an 80s baby especially, right? You also had The Wiz, was a very spiritual movie, you know. I honestly think there was more messages in The Wiz than it was in The Wizard of Oz. All right. You had the black woman ruling over everybody. You had the slaves getting sea-hipped with an all-seeing, by a machine with an all-seeing eye on it. These are things that I didn't notice in the world because I wasn't awake. I was asleep. I was a dead dog, but now I'm awake and I'm a live dog, and I can see these things. So we're barking. But I want to go into this movie. Hold on, let me get it. All right, something that I put in the group. Trying to pull it up. Here it is. It says Wizard of Oz. This is very interesting, right? And it's talking about, of course, the movie Wizard of Oz, right? But there's a lot to unpack in this, so let me go ahead and go into it. It says The Wizard of Oz. This is very interesting, all right? The straw man represented that fictional, all caps, legal, fictional, right? You've heard of the term straw man argument, all right? When someone creates a character, when somebody creates an argument that doesn't exist within the conversation, that's a straw man argument. When you write your name in all caps, all right, they don't write, they have your name in all caps in these courtrooms. That is your straw man, all right? And that is a dead entity, all right? Meaning you're pretty much dead. You giving up your rights as a living person, and they can pretty much do whatever they want with you because you're not alive. That's what that straw man represents. It represents you as a corpse, all right? The person he wanted the person, he wanted a brain, but got a certificate. Yep. He said he wanted a brain, but got a certificate, the birth certificate, right? And also a college diploma. Okay. None of these things mean anything other than you have a degree of knowledge, and the birth certificate means that you are you're a slave. It's a slave certificate. You know, your mother on your birth certificate is known as informant. She's informing the courts and the government that a product has been produced, you being that product. That's why they want to give you a UPC now, Universal Product Code, because in their eyes, you're no more than a pack of noodles, man. Okay? And I learned this from, when I first met the elders here in Chicago. Your social security number appears on the stock market. All right? So in this place, you're pretty much nothing more than a product. That's what the straw man in the movie Wizard of Oz represented. Okay, all right, okay. All right. Now let's go to the Tin Man. The Tin Man, TIN, taxpayer identification number. All right, taxpayer identification number. All right. He was a robotic avatar who worked tirelessly until his body literally froze up and stopped functioning. Now, so when you see the Tin Man, he had an axe. All right, so he was a feller. Okay, meaning he cut down trees. That was his job. The heartless and emotionless robot creature who worked himself to death because he had no heart or soul. And now one thing you'll notice, me, um, I talk to a lot of women on my travels, right? Day to day, I talk to a lot of women, right? And, you out at the bars or the clubs and you notice that these women, they're a whole different person than when you see them in the streets, okay? On a weekday. On a weekday, nobody, the same bitches that you see in the club that'll be all over you, they don't pay you a time of day. You'll speak to them, they won't say shit. All right, they'll ignore you, okay? These people, they are robotic on the weekdays. They are programs. This is the fucking Matrix, man. These people are literally programs, man. All right? So you see these same bitches in the club, they're vibrant as hell, they're talkative, but when you see them on a day-to-day, they're in robot mode. All right? That's these people, man. Moving on, the cowardly lion was a bully, but was actually a true coward when someone stood up to him. Like most bullies, he lacked the courage, and in the end, the wizard gave him an official recognition award and authority and status. And that's all these elected officials. That's pretty much every body that works for the city, works for the state. All right, they're bullies, behind that. But when people, confront them with them torches and then they had enough and those pitchforks, hey man, there's some bitches and cowards, man. The Wizard of Oz used magic, smoke, flames, and holograms, but all of it were tricks and illusions to push fear and compliance to make the people do what he commanded, right? And that's your elites. Order ab chaos. All right. Order out of chaos. All right. The Hegelian dialectic. Look that up. Pressure from above, pressure from below. All right. This is what they do, man. They have their Hollywood to form the work on your mind. They have they own all of the media companies. All right. Where media goes into medium, which is a medium for spirits and demons. Okay. The truth is, the wizard had no real power and only used illusions to create false power and authority. All right. And that's the elites, you know, the banking families and their underlings like Klaus Schwab and Yuval Harari. That's who these people are, man. They're all illusionists. All right. It says the wicked witch pushed fear through intimidation. She was after Toto and controlled the flying monkey police. Right? The flying monkeys represented the police, man. These are the enforcers for the elites. All right. And these are the people who actively, physically oppress you from day to day. Just like Elder Makama says, well, it goes into it. I'll read it. The policy enforcers, right? It says, scriptures talk about him that frame mischief. Well, it says it right here, the mischievous demons, right? The scripture says he frameth mischief by a law. All right. He frameth mischief by a law. All right. All right. It says, woe to him that worketh iniquity and practice evil upon their beds, man. All right. It says in the morning they practice it because it's in the power of their hands. All right. Okay. Or it says, let our strength be the law of justice. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth, man. All right. That's the scriptures, man. You know, you can look that up. I'm just quoting it for time's sake. All right. Because I'm just want to get through this real quick. The mischievous demons, which also represented the Bar Association, who attacked and controlled all the little people for the great crown. Right, and Elder Malcolm says it, man. When you go into these courtrooms, you see that flag with the fringes on it. That is called that is a maritime flag, man. You'll also see a bundle of sticks with with an axe in the middle. That is called a Roman fasci. All right, all right. Those sticks put together represent strength. Okay, all right. So you're being ruled over by the maritime law, which is the British Crown. And Elder Malcolm says it every day. These police, these judges, they commit treason every day, all day. They are treasonous entities. All right. Okay. For the great crown wizard, the crooked bankers of Oz obsessed with gold, right? That yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road, right? If you want to find out who's in control, follow the yellow brick road, okay? And that represented the bankers, man, the elites, all right? In the field of poppies, they were not real humans, so drugs had no effect on them, but Dorothy was drugged, right? And a lot of these wars were fought over poppy fields, man. The shit that went on in Afghanistan, you know, The Wizard of Oz was written at the time when Rockefeller and the big pharma began to take over medicine and education. All right, so they got rid of they discredited the I believe it was called um, homeopathic doctors or physicians, and they went into allopathic, which is I believe petroleum-based medicines, which were killing people by the thousands, if not millions, man. All right. The Wizard of Oz was written at the time when Rockefeller and the big pharma began to take over medicine and education. And right, the education was taking over the dumbed down people. I saw a meme. It says, 100 years ago, we taught Greek and Latin in our schools. Now, 100 years from then, now we teach remedial English in colleges. Okay? So the people have been drugged and dumbed down, man. All right, by the powers that be. All right. The Crown was actually the largest drug dealer, and after their takeover of drug distribution in China, they began to expand all around the world. And what did you see with the C-19? All right, with the Jamba Juice C-Hip incident, the Wuha got you all in check. Okay, what happened was that they used China as a testing ground for what they were going to do here in America. They tested it in China and they implemented it on the people here in America, man. All right. Now this is where we come in, right? The prophets, okay. The two witnesses, all right. The southern and northern kingdom prophets, the two witnesses. This is where we come in. And the third witness, like it's not written in the scriptures, but like Elder Yashawamba says, there's a third witness, which are these whistleblowers, these other Edomites who expose certain things, which we also use to filter through the scriptures as well, right? Toto, this is where we come in, right? Toto was what the wicked witch was really after, okay? Let me read this again, man. Toto was what the wicked witch was really after. You notice in the movie, I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. All right. All right. So all this legislation is after Toto. This legislation that we see coming out, the Shalom Act, the anti-Sim laws, these hate speech laws, all right? These black identity extremist laws, all right? These these things, what scripture says, let me get this one scripture, man. Right, this is Psalm 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, right, which is the elites. The scripture says they consult only to cast him down from his excellency, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right, because the scripture says there's going to be a great insurrection. All right, upon those that fear the Lord. Let me look up the word insurrection. All right, this is the etymology of the word insurrection. An uprising against a civil authority, early 15C insurrection from Old English, French insurrection, or directly from Latin, late Latin insurrection, nominative insurrecto, a rising up, noun of action from past participle stem of insurge, to rise up. So the elites are going to eventually, because as the scripture says, shake the hand, go to the gates, basically preach to the word till they go. Let me just get it, man, because I'm just butchering. Gates of, right. This is Isaiah. Keep giving me that shit. Here we go. This is Isaiah 13:2. Lift thee up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles, right? And this word has gone to the gates of the nobles, man. Now they're getting ready to rise up. against us. All right. Scriptures talk about how the enemy will come in as a flood, man. All right. So they're going to try to attack. They're going to go crazy, but their main goal is to attack the prophets. All right. They're attacking us and they've been attacking us in their media for years. They've been building a case. Okay. Now they're finna come after your little dog too. Because it's going to go into that. It's going to go back. I'm going to go back to that. Let's go back into Toto. All right. So it says Toto was the wicked. Toto was what the wicked witch really went after. And it's very spiritual, because how did the wicked witch die? The wicked witch died because they poured water on her. All right. And this is the living water, man. All right. All right. This word is the living water, man. This word is the truth. That bitch couldn't survive when that truth got poured on her. She died. She turned to a puddle of fucking mush and fucking goo. All right. She died. All right. Showing you what? That these devils can't survive where truth is flourishing. Truth is the kryptonite. Truth is what kills the vampire, so to speak. Toto in Latin means total. All right. All. Okay. And all is being revealed by the prophets. All right. As the scripture says, we have a more sure word of prophecy. Toto exposed the Wizard of Oz and had no fear. And that's where we stand. Let me get it, man. Let me get it, man. Hey, this just writes itself, man. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. All right. Let me get the rest of this, man. Hold on. Let me get the rest of this. All right. So we're standing in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted us and made no account of our labors, man. All right. And it says what? When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. The witch was really afraid of Toto. If you watch that movie, man, she was afraid of Toto, man. You know, okay. And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond all they looked for. All right. Okay. So yeah, man, but let me go back into it. Okay. Toto was what the wicked witch was really after. Toto in Latin means total, to expose the Wizard of Oz, and had no fear despite being very small compared to the great wizard, so no one noticed him. It's the David and Goliath story all over again, man. And the scripture says, if you have faith of a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move ye hence. Okay. All right. And that's what we're coming in. That mountain is a government. We're removing an entire government with a word. All right. We're destroying the great wizard. The dog is revealing the wizard, man. Toto pulled the curtain on the wizard and his magical scams, right? Because magic is what it comes from the word magi, all right, which is basically a sorcerer, a witch, a warlock. This financial system is fucking witchcraft, man. All right. It's you have a piece of paper that's worthless. You have devalued fucking coins in your pocket, man. Whether it be a quarter, a dime, a nickel, a penny, it's all worthless metal. All right, it's all fucking. Even a penny, you would think it's it's copper. It's worth something. it's not even all copper. It's not even all, copper has its value. It's not even all copper, man. You know? Toto pulled the curtain on the wizard and his magical scams. Curtain also means the end of an act or scene. And this is where we are, man. We're at the end, the final curtain call. This man's illusions are done. They're not working no more. He's being seen. Toto has exposed this nigga. As the scripture says, I shall make Esau bare. He shall no more be able to hide himself, okay? Okay, make bare the legs, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be seen. All right, all these scriptures come into play. He pulled the curtain and started barking until others paid attention, hypothetically giving everyone the red pill. Right? Okay, expose this devil, man. The curtain hid the corporate legal fiction and its false courts. Okay? So no matter how small your bark is, it can be heard. All right? And who started barking first, man? The elders and apostles of Great Millstone, man, and the heads before them, man. All right? Okay? Abba Bivens. All right? The first to bark. All right? And now we're those dogs and we're barking, man. We're Toto. All right? We are the mark that lets this motherfucker know he's at the end of his rope and his scam is damn done, man. All right? But let me get it. This is Isaiah 50:6. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. That is the IUIC and these other bootleg camps, man, who are not barking and warning about the coming destruction, okay? The coming destruction, the coming calamities, all right? And Esau, Edom, getting ready to come down with that MOTB. Those are the dumb dogs that are not barking. We are the dogs that are barking, man. All right? They are greedy dogs which can never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter, right? So we can't be that way, man. We have to bark. We have to warn our people, man. We have to be the watchmen. We have to stand on the tower, like it says in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. All right. Scriptures call us the tower of the flock. All right. The book of Ezekiel calls us the watchmen. That's our job. We're barking and we're warning the people, man. And we're exposing this devil, and he's at the end of his rope, man. All right. So we are that dog, man. We are Toto, man. And we're revealing all, man. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of heavy, man, All right. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got. Hope this was an edifying lesson. With that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, pushing this word with true sincerity, with charity, presenting your bodies to living sacrifice. We who are ready to live salute you. Shalom.